Hello, good morning. This is Jeff at the Glorious Uncertainty. It's Monday, the 18th of May, and we are playing in two races today. This is the first race. It is the Carlisle 230. I'm all scripted up, so I'm going to read this out, and then we'll get to the point. Just before we do, though, that yesterday, when you've got two coming up and you've backed the pair, it's exciting, isn't it? Because it just sets the pressure off. The problem was, we wanted the other one to win, far from Dante. We didn't want the 10-1 to win. We wanted the other one to win because of the betting structure. But anyway, I shouldn't be disappointed, should I? It covered the bet and made a little bit, I think, but I've not done it all. I've not done all the calculations. Right. Let's get stuck into the 230 at Carlisle. A real interesting 5 furlong handicap even, because this is exactly the sort of race where understanding race shape matters more than simply following raw speed figures or recent form. Very important. Now, before we get into the selections, I want to explain the staking approach here, because professional betting is not just, I like the horse more, so I lump on. It's just not that. That's not how serious bankroll management works, and that's what we're doing here. As you know, as I keep drumming into you, that's not the way. We know the way how to do it. Got to play the bookmakers their own game, and we've got to be organised. You know, like those chickens on Chicken Run? You remember the film Chicken Run? They were organised. Anyway, how much uncertainty still exists after the analysis, and this race still contains multiple pace angles, uphill finish pressure, which I love that bit, traffic risk, and tactical volatility. So even though we've built a strong read on the race, this is still a medium confidence handicap rather than a maximum aggression betting race. You follow what I'm saying? Of course you do, you're not daft. That means controlled exposure from the betting bank. The goal isn't win huge today. It's just not. It's survive and compound a long-term edge. That's what it's about. That's our professional mindset. That's what we're doing. Now, tactically, Carlisle's stiff uphill 5 furlong repeatedly awards energy conservation, tactical patience, and efficient stalkers. That's what we look at. The historical renewal showed something really important. Hold-up horses and midfield stalkers repeatedly survive well in this race, while aggressive pace horses often weaken up the hill. Too much. So the key today is not who is fastest early. It just isn't. It's who gets the best energy saving trip before attacking late. It's got to conserve energy, and that race shape points strongly towards Carlisle. Carlisle, is that how you pronounce it? Carlisle. Now, the market has reacted this morning. We saw 92 earlier yesterday, and now we're generally around 100 to 34 to 1. But as you know, we settle an SP game. If you go on the exchanges, you get better than that. Anyway, but I'm settling an SP game. But the move makes complete sense because Carlisle fits almost every major layer of analysis. Almost all of it. Strong tactical profile, proven on these undulating tracks, adaptable at both 5 and 6 furlongs, handles softer ground if it just keeps raining. I know it's wet, it's wetter. So reliable in medium field handicaps, and crucially does not need the lead. Doesn't need the lead. When it hits that hill, it wants to be just off the pace, just stalking, and then boom, that's when it goes up the hill. Right, that's massive here because Blue Lakota and Imperial Guard could easily force the early fractions and soften each other up. Carlisle looks likely to sit in the golden tactical position. That's where we want it, just behind the speed, which we've just said. So that is historically where this race is won. Historically, where this race is won, just off the pace, just behind those who want to lead all the way. So the bet is 2 points win Keldio. Now, importantly, we're not increasing stake size just because confidence is high. We're not doing that. Don't forget, this race is still a handicap. It is still volatile, still pace sensitive, so discipline matters. And that's what we've got here. You see the one yesterday with, that was the horse yesterday with Far From Dandy and the other one, the 10-1, Gilded Edge or something, I don't know. That was just evidence of the staking plan in action. So that horse to win at Nace out of stall 13 was unbelievable. That's where the confidence was lower. But for it to do that was pretty blooming special. It really was. I mean, that was impressive, really good, and beat stablemate Far From Dandy. But the point is, that one winning, we had to pull back on the reins, pardon the pun, because the problem was stall 13. It really was, for it to win from there was really very impressive. But that meant that you may look at that and go, oh, it was a 10-1 winner, Jeff, but we didn't have enough money on it. Well, you know, hindsight's a great thing. But the fact is, it covered the bet. It covered the bet. We weren't expecting that. I was wanting Far From Dandy to win because that's where our bigger profit, you know, producing money from that race was going to come from. Anyway, that's why we do it. So there's always method in this madness. So that's what I say about discipline matters. The horse I actually think offers the best value combination in the race is Hurt You Never. And there's a difference between most likely winner and best betting value. There's a big difference between them. Hurt You Never kept appearing positively across the profiling matrix, that means its own personal history. Top speed, well, you know about top speed, tactical analysis from its previous runs, and historical renewal. So you're comparing everything. Every tier is compared to get the best, not average, but, well, yeah, mean average, I would suppose, based on everything that's happening today. And unlike some others in the race, there are very few structural negatives. The notebook comments really stood out, like get the horse's game. It kept on reveling. That's a good one. That's a good word, isn't it? Reveling in. So those are exactly the type of comments you want to see at Carlisle, because the track exposes weak finishers late up the hill. So we need something in the tank. This horse looks tactically straightforward, should stalk nicely, conserve energy, which we've spoken about, and keep finding something late. That reliably is perfect for an each-way structure. So 1.5 points each way, Hurt You Never. 1.5 points. Now the fascinating horse is DC Cogent. The horse has the best recent top speed figures in the race, and setup could actually be ideal. Strong pace, stalking trip, stiff uphill finish. And there are still concerns, but there are concerns over the race. Profile maturity questions. That means for its 2-year-old form, 3-year-old form, 4-year-old plus form, it's not done that. You know what I mean? So you've got a little bit of a concern. That's where it comes into the betting, but we'll see. So this becomes a classic high upside, but slightly higher volatile horse. That means smaller stakes than the core selection. So we're going to bet 1 point each way on DC Cogent as well. Now this race may seem heavy for the amount of runners and the amount of investments we're making in it, but it all does make sense. It all does make sense. Well, we'll see that when we add it up after the race, won't we? Now for hidden value runner is Fierce. Fierce. This is the type of professionals often look for underneath. Repeated notebook comments. Needed stronger pace, no daylight, lacked cover. It's got all that today, all right? So there are often signs of a horse running better than the bare result, and if this race stretches late uphill, Fierce could suddenly become very dangerous. But because the horse still relies on setup and luck, we keep the exposure small, so it's only 0.5 point each way on Fierce. It all seems a bit heavy, this race, doesn't it? A lot of money out. A lot of points out, rather, or however you play it. But the ones, I'm not going to give you the ones that are not very good in the race, because you might have them already in bets, and there's nothing worse than that, is there? Somebody tell you they're not very good. Right, final betting structure. So we've got 2 points win Keldeo. We've got 1.5 points each way Hurt You Never, 1 point each way DC Cogent, and 0.5 point each way Fierce. I know it seems heavy. Method in the madness. Stick with it. Don't worry about it. It's fine. So the final takeaway is this: professional betting is not about which horse do I fancy. It's about balanced edge against the volatility. And in this Carlisle sprint, the strongest edge appears to sit with tactical, efficient stalkers, okay? Conserving energy before attacking late uphill, which is why Keldeo still looks the best horse in the race. There you go. That's it. We got there in the end. Hooray, it's raining here. It is raining in the Lake District. What a surprise. What a surprise. It's been 11 minutes for this race. I'm off. I've got to go to pick some stuff up from my lockup. So I'm going. I've got another race at Windsor tonight. I'll put that up probably lunchtime, I think. I'll see you then. Good luck with the bet this afternoon. But like I said, I'll see you before then. That's it. Cheers and bye for now. Bye-bye.